Let's talk about confidence. Confidence is something that I had to learn. I didn't have it for most of my life. Matter of fact, my self esteem was pretty much down the drain and it was terrible. But once you gain that self confidence, I can tell you that it's going to change your life. So here's the good news: confidence is learned. It's not a trait, it's a skill that you have to work on. And it's definitely not an overnight thing. It's not something that you're just gonna wake up and be like, all right, I'm confident today. No. To this day, I consider myself a confident person, but to this day, I still have my down days. The good thing is that when you're confident and you have those bad days, you're definitely able to pull yourself back up. I do think that confidence is life changing. I think it's going to help you on your daily basis. I think it's going to help you with your relationships. I think it's going to help you with your schoolwork or your jobs in the future. Whatever it is, confidence is going to change you. So my self-esteem issues growing up was that I was a bigger girl, which I still am. But I love me now, you know? However, you can apply these things that I say for any difference that you have. Whatever makes you apply these for you to become better. I do believe that confidence starts with you. So the first thing you need to do is taking care of yourself. I really believe that once you take care of yourself, and yes, that does include dressing nicely, that includes eating well, that includes being active. I'm not telling you to be a fitness junkie, you know what I mean? But you have to take care of yourself. Like going to the gym or being active in general, working out a few times a week, made me gain that confidence even more. That gave me bonus points in my self-esteem. And that's because that's part of goal setting. I believe that confidence comes from trusting yourself. Take a few seconds and answer this question for yourself. Do you trust yourself? I certainly believe that confidence is directly linked to trusting yourself. And you may ask, okay, so I don't trust myself, but how can I gain that? You have to do the things that you say you're going to do. That's how it goes. So for me, when I tell myself today, for example, I have to read my 15 minutes of my book. If I don't do that and I wake up the next day, I'm not proud of myself. I actually pretty much feel guilty or ashamed. However, let's say I tell myself I want to read 15 minutes every day, which I do. When I do that, I wake up every single day feeling good because I gave myself something I told myself I need to do and I did it. So I'm gaining that trust slowly. Same thing with working out. I tell myself today I have to work out because for whatever reason. If I do, I stuck to my word. Therefore, I trust myself. Therefore, my self-esteem goes up a little. Why? Because I'm proud of myself. I stuck to my word. Something else that I started doing or started not doing is the negative talk. Fuck the negative talk. I'm serious. Stop talking negatively to yourself, even in the smallest ways. Just when this happens to me actually quite a little bit, where I catch myself, but I say, damn, that was stupid. You stupid. That was dumb. And I tell myself, no. I actually reverse that thought and I tell myself, you know what? You made a mistake. It's okay. You're actually really smart, Umayma. And I remind myself of the things that make me believe in myself. When you're talking negatively to yourself, like let's imagine that you have a friend, a close friend, a very close friend, that says the things that you say to yourself. Would you be friends with them? If you said yes, get off the video. But I know most of you said no. You wouldn't be friends with someone that talks shit about you every single day. And so why would you accept that for yourself? Why would you accept you to talk to you that way? And the thing about negative talk, I don't care what you say. The more you say those negative things to yourself, the more you're going to believe them. It's simple. If someone else was telling you those things on a daily basis, at one point, you would believe them. So, negative talk, stop that shit. Every time it comes into your mind, even if you need to learn to catch yourself in your thoughts. So every time you insult yourself, you say something bad about yourself, you need to catch yourself and reverse the thought. I want you, every time that happens, you reverse the thought by saying something positive about yourself. And do that every single time. As I said, confidence is a process. It's not you wake up and I'm confident today, I'm good to go. No, it's a everyday work, and you have to be self-aware. Doing is comparing yourself. Our society has told us that there is one kind of beauty and one kind only. I'm telling you that's false, and you know it. You know it, that there's not just one kind of beauty. We can't just keep saying, oh, but I want to look like her. No. Why? Because let me give you a little example. Me being a bigger girl, my whole life I looked at these magazines and obviously shows and movies. All you saw was the same type of girl. And I'm just going to talk about body-wise because we never even saw anyways, diversity is a whole other subject. But I didn't see bigger girls, and I only saw very thin girls. So my idea was, you're not beautiful unless you look like that. Here's the thing. I'm going to give you my example of being bigger, but you can apply this to anything else. Even if I lose weight and become as skinny as I could possibly be, I am still not going to look like that girl in a magazine or whatever. Why? We have different body types. We are not all meant to look the same. Not only that, but you have to understand that what society tells us is beautiful. Yes, it is, but that's not the only beautiful. You need to stop comparing yourself, because your own beauty is your beauty. When you compare yourself, you're constantly telling yourself that you're not good enough, but you are. You have to remember, nobody is you. You're unique in your own way. You have your own beauty, and you don't necessarily have to look like that person or that person to be considered beautiful. The next thing you need to do is stop giving importance to what people think of you. I learned that in confidence. It's absolutely amazing. Once you're confident and you already know yourself, your value, you know your worth, you don't open that door to the other person to tell you what they think of you. And I've learned that so much, especially in high school. When you're not confident, when you have self-esteem issues, and people can tell, trust me, people can tell when you're not confident. Here's what people see. This tiny little open door for them to openly say what they think of you. And let alone openly say what they think of you. You give them that little open door for them to have the choice to decide what you are. When you're confident, you close that door. I don't need to know what you think of me. I don't need your validation. I know myself. So you're completely closing that door, and you're not giving the choice for someone to choose that for you. I absolutely love that. Talk negatively to yourself. You need to start being self-aware when that small thought creeps into your mind. When you look at yourself in the mirror, stop the negative talk. I don't care how small, how big. No. I'm really not okay with that. And I definitely say that to my friends whenever I see them do it. And I remind myself when I do it, because I still do sometimes, but I catch myself. But no negative talk, because the more you say those things, the more you're going to believe them. So imagine if you reverse that and start saying positive things to yourself every day. At one point, you will believe it. And it's the whole fake it until you make it. I actually do believe in the whole fake it until you make it, because there were times where I didn't necessarily believe what I said to myself when I looked in the mirror. But with time, you convince yourself, and your mind starts seeing those things as beautiful. Next, stop comparing yourself, because there is no one like you. You do not have to be like him, like her. You don't have to be like no one else but you. Comparison is definitely going to kill that self-esteem, because you're always trying to look like the next good-looking person. But we have to realize that there's not just one beauty standard. There is so many different types of beauties, and you're beautiful in your own way. And I'm speaking to my men and women here. This is not just for women. You can be beautiful in your own way in all aspects. But not least, you need to stop caring what people think of you. You need to stop putting so much value, so much importance of what this person thinks of me or what that person thinks of me. The only person that can define who you are, what you think of yourself, is you. And once you define that for yourself, you're closing that door for anybody else to do that. No, you're like, I'm not gonna let you define me. I've already done that. I love this quote that really defines confidence so perfectly. And it says, confidence is not walking into a room and thinking everybody's gonna like me. No. Confidence is walking into a room and thinking, if they don't like me, that's okay. And that's all for today. I hope you take a few steps, a few things out of what I said today to work on yourself, to work on that confidence, because it's life-changing. Trust me, I have been there where I absolutely hated myself. I hated every part of me. And it was horrible. It's horrible to think of those days, but that gives you the example that it is possible. It is possible to reverse all those negative things and change them into a positive. And I hope you do it. I'll see you next time. Bye.